Hey everyone, we're here to talk about what's happening in Roswell. Nobody better to talk about what's happening in Roswell than Mr. Roswell himself, Steve Stroud, Executive Director of Roswell, Inc. Steve, you've been pretty busy lately.
Wow. Yeah, and those are big shoes to fill, by the way. Don't
Well,
tell my wife.
Yeah, right.
Let's just say it that way.
You've been doing it a long time.
We have been doing it a long time.
And there's a lot going on, and we're gonna hit on all these. So we've got the United Soccer League. The announcement that just came out. We've got the Roswell Junction groundbreaking. We've got the downtown Roswell parking deck, always a sweet subject to hit on. And then we've got the Southern Post, and then the announcement of the Chambray Hotel.
Yes.
And then you go to a ribbon cutting like every week, every day.
At least one or two a week.
Yeah, which is great.
Which is good. Yeah, we had 460 new businesses registered last year.
Wow.
In the city of Roswell. So obviously we didn't do 460 ribbon cuttings, but we do about 2 a week.
That is crazy. That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's
awesome.
People come into Roswell, starting a business. Those are times they're living here.
The demographics are right? And you're in the real estate business.
Yep.
We need more inventory. That's a must.
Yep, for sure.
And what we're seeing is that rolls right in why the United States Soccer League chose Roswell.
Yep.
When you really get down to the fundamentals, you've got a commissioner that grew up in Horseshoe Bend.
Right. It's huge.
I mean, it is huge. And he's in his late 30s.
Okay.
And his family, the Papadokises, were staples in here. He went to Marist High School.
Okay.
So, but he always wanted to bring a team to Atlanta, but more importantly, Roswell.
Right.
And so this is like a dream come true for him that we have that opportunity. But for Roswell, it's such a fit. We're a sports-minded community. We have a lot of retired baseball players. We've got a lot of professional athletes, period.
Yeah, for sure.
And so to add this element, and we know how successful soccer is, and it's only growing, and the emphasis on female women's teams with parity, I mean, that's big. And so I think what you'll see with the USL is great teams, a great gathering space. Obviously, if you go to their website, check them out. They're legit. The teams are, you'll be able to watch Roswell on ESPN.
It's crazy.
Right? I mean, they broadcast these, and we're going out to Spokane, Washington in June, and they just opened a stadium very similar. It's a little bit smaller than what we're talking about here in Roswell.
Right.
It's 5,000 seats. But the activity around that is a gathering place.
Exactly.
And, it was said in the press conference by the mayor, it's kind of a Battery 2.0. And we think that's going to generate the interest that brings people to Roswell.
Right, exactly. And stay.
Well,
and so, the announcement was the city of Roswell has entered into an agreement with the USL to explore the possibility of developing the women's team and the stadium and the entertainment. So it's still very early.
It's very
early.
So
a lot to figure out.
That's right. People want to guess where and when and all. But at the end of the day, the difference is that they're not pursuing anyone else.
That's the point.
Roswell has been targeted as this is where we're putting this team.
Which is awesome.
So now we've got our time to do our due diligence, make sure that things are, traffic studies, all the things that need to do that the city does so well.
Right.
And, with our economic development team, we'll make sure that it's in the right spot at the right time. And it'll take a minute, right?
Yeah, of course.
So people are like, well, when will we see soccer? Will we see it for the World Cup? Probably not, but close.
That'd be pretty neat.
Close, yeah.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Well, you'd rather take some time and get it done right than to rush into it.
This is a long, we always say it's a long game, right? Economic development is about the long game. You just don't want to plug and play. You want people and companies that really support the community, that grow with the community, and are here for a long term. Your neighbor here, I always pick on them, but when you look at Brookwood Grill, their success over 35 years is consistency and growing with the community, and that's what we want all the businesses.
Yeah, exactly. They're a staple.
Yeah, staple.
Just like a lot of businesses. All right, so let's switch gears and talk about the parking deck.
Parking deck. Big.
I guess the big question is where is the parking deck?
So basically, it's off of between Green Street and Highway 9,
right? Okay.
Or Alpharetta Street. And what that's going to do is create a connector. There'll be a lot of artillery side street, I'll say, improvements that will help the downtown area. And really, it'll connect Southern Post. Just imagine, and you can see all this on the city website, but just imagine if you were standing at the front door of Southern Post.
Yep.
At that intersection, you would actually see the light, right? You're going to be able to cross over to that light, walk over to Plum Street, and walk right to Canton Street.
Right.
It's all going to interconnect. You're going to see a lot of traffic improvements, sidewalks, things that are going to connect on Green Street. Again, lots of planning in the process, but this is a major change for Alpharetta Street. It's not just about Canton Street. It's what it does for the whole downtown
Exactly.
area. And it centers a parking deck so that people can redevelop going north and south, east and west, and you're going to see all kinds of new folks come to Roswell.
Yeah, which is awesome. And I mean, I've had people tell me that they have left Roswell because they don't have anywhere to park.
That's right.
So
we hear it
getting
all the time.
people here and staying here, I mean, it's just huge. And I know, again,
key.
still early stages. Can't announce when or how many spots. All that stuff's going to come out.
It's coming.
So
it's coming.
they're working on it, which is great. All right. So another exciting project is the Roswell Junction. The grand opening was almost a couple months ago now.
We broke ground.
Right.
They anticipate opening in late summer.
Awesome.
And it is on target. We were up there last week. The unique thing is that was Roswell Street Baptist Church. Right there at the bend, right there at the coffee shop.
Yep.
You can't miss it. The church needed to move, and they were, as people say, land poor.
Right.
And at the same time, we had a developer that did Clock Tower, did a great job on Clock Tower.
Right.
I used Will Colley, he's the developer and the owner. His example, when we bought it, it was less than 50% occupied, and they were getting $8 a square foot for rent.
Wow.
Now they're 100%, just because they upgraded it, right?
Right.
They're 100%, and they're renting for $26 a square
Wow.
foot. That's economic development. That's investment with return.
Yep.
And again, it's got all the right services in the right spot.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so what I read, the website's awesome if you want to check it out, roswelljunction.com, but it's 12,000 square feet. There's going to be 24 square feet of patio space. There's 8 different food concepts. It's like a food hall.
Yep.
And then on the patio space, there's going to be an entertainment space for a band or, concert, whatever you want to do, comedian. There's 3 bars. They're going to have games, TV. So it's just going to be a great spot to go and try different food and hang out, have a cocktail.
Bob's right. It's 2,400 square feet of outside space, which is great. And that's an area they'll have space in the front and they have space in the back.
It's good.
So that families can go out there with picnic tables, listen to the band.
Feel a little bit safe.
Yeah, a little bit safer. And you also, the cool thing is they've got a dog park that's going in with it. So you can take it's going to be dog friendly. And this is a very unique concept for a food hall. It's not just anybody can be in there. I was talking to them the other day and they said, we're not going to have a barbecue place we got a barbecue place right up the street.
Right.
Yeah, we don't want to take from Spice Right.
Yeah.
We're not going to have an Italian place that's right around the corner.
Yeah,
we're not
makes
doing
sense.
that. We're going to have unique places that people and families can eat, and it's really self-contained. So it's going to be operators, and you're going to hear names over the next few months of chef-driven restaurants that are going in with a to-go concept. Nice. That is going to blow you away.
Nice.
Just
That's
blow
awesome.
you away.
That'll be a lot of fun.
It will be.
And it's just, they've already
Casual.
started. Right.
Very casual.
Good. They've already started revitalizing that whole street, so this will just help keep that
100%.
growing. All right, so then the last piece, Southern Post.
Wow.
8 years in the making.
8
It's
years.
almost time to open.
Let me preface this. A lot of people reflect back, whether you like the height or you don't like the height or you don't like the brick color or whatever. At the end of the day, what that's doing for downtown Roswell is amazing. We had a group in from the Frisco, Texas. If you're not familiar with that, that's a suburb of Dallas. It's right next to Plano. From their Chamber of Commerce 2 weeks ago, and the purpose of that was to see how redevelopment of a shopping center that was built in 1960. And that's when that shopping center,
Right. Southern Skillet
Yep. Shopping Center was built. And you see the transformation and what they were able to do on that same piece of property. The reinvestment and the bringing of corporate offices, which Vestas is one of them, right?
Right.
That's our largest tenant. They've taken 45,000 square feet.
Wow.
That's the Aramark new division that is spun out of Aramark that does uniforms. They do mats. They're very B2B. So it's great having them relocate from California and be right here in Roswell.
Wow, that's awesome.
So we're going to have all their full C-level suite. They're doing that build out.
Good.
You've got so many new businesses that are moving in there, plus the retail.
Right, exactly.
And you throw the retail in there, and you've got, like Da Vinci's restaurant or donuts. You got a donut shop. You got a coffee shop. You're going to have Grana. If you haven't been to Grana in downtown, family friendly. They've got the best meatball flight you've ever seen.
Nice.
I mean, it's just fantastic.
Yep.
But it's going to be a gathering space.
Right.
And the other piece that I think people are going to love in Roswell is one whole section, there'll be probably 70, 80 tables outside.
Wow.
So that people can go from one restaurant, bring your food, sit outside, get a drink. It's a carry district, just like downtown.
Right.
So
that's huge.
Again, you're going to be able to cross over with your drink and go back over to Canton Street, vice versa.
Right.
And plenty of parking. So
that's huge.
So everything plays with each other. And I think you see this open up probably. You're going to see starts of openings all through the summer as tenants build out. So people have their keys, and they're going to use their own independent contractors within reason. And you're going to start to see some phenomenal shops open.
That's awesome. And then so they're already renting out the apartments, townhomes, et cetera.
Apartments have been renting out. They're about 12% leased. Again, they don't take occupancy till the end of April.
Okay.
So you won't see some of that until then. But what phenomenal setups. I mean, it's not your typical apartment.
No, it's not.
Of
course, you pay for it too.
Yeah,
But
you're going to say it's not where we started out in an apartment, I promise you.
No. Well, that's exciting. And then right next to Southern Post is this hotel.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit more about that.
So that's a Hyatt product. It's their high-end product. It's actually being ran by the Indigo Group, which is out of Charleston. They currently have several restaurants in the Atlanta market. And so they'll do the two restaurants in the hotel, the rooftop and the downstairs. And they also will run the hotel. They will manage the hotel.
Good, okay.
So this is an entree for them. And locally, we know them from Coletta and Big Oak.
Right.
At Avalon.
Yep.
So they're going to be running it. Local entrepreneurs that have been in the hotel business own the property and are developing it. So that's even better. So we've got people we can touch.
Exactly.
Which is always a helpful piece. And you're going to see them break ground probably in the next 60 days.
Wow,
So they're ready to roll.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Well, and so the Post said it's a 5-story property, approximately 125 rooms. So it'll be nice. It'll be exciting to have. And we have needed a hotel down there for so long.
It's a game changer for so many things, right? And we're already seeing the corporate side of Southern Post is extremely interested.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So you're going to see a lot more business travel, which makes our friend Andy Williams extremely happy.
I'm sure.
For the weekdays.
Right.
A lot of wedding and events, and you'll even see some sports related. I think So, and especially when we see our friends at the NFL land,
exactly.
Right? Again, it all works together.
For sure. And we were talking earlier about it's not just the weekends; it's keeping it busy through the week too.
Through the week,
we can keep the weekends busy just fine with our local Roswellians. It's keeping it busy through the week too.
That's right. And Southern Post, by putting new jobs, this is the first time we've had Class A office in downtown Roswell. And so when you add that element, and those folks need to eat someplace, they're going to stay after work, and they're going to shop, and they're going to spend time, and they're going to, gather there on a regular basis. And a lot of the restaurants on Canton Street, for example, that weren't open for lunch, now have the opportunity.
Right.
Because you add 300 or 400 more employees in the area, it changes everything.
Yeah, absolutely. Just piece after piece just keeps on falling.
All putting the puzzle together.
Yep, that's right. Well, hey, thanks for all you do.
Hey,
appreciate it.
Glad to do it. Thank you for all you do. Keep selling real estate, man.
I'm trying.
We
Need
got
some more houses to sell. Yeah, exactly. No, I thank you guys. Hey, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.
See ya.